Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Orion back with some more Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and look what we got. The heavy duty expansion. So there's multiple things that come with this. One, there's a paid DLC. The heavy duty expansion. It's going to come with the Demolisher class. It's going to come with the egg hunt. It's going to come with the egg hunt mode, and it's going to come with a new map, and then it's also going to come with 11 new weapons. So the Demolisher has a set of 11 new weapons. You'll be able to access through the other classes too that makes those weapons available to them. And then the biggest thing, which is free. This is a free update. Anybody who owns the game gets access to endless mode, and here it is right here, endless mode in all its glory. We've been waiting who knows how long, a year, 2 years. It's been a very long time since we have been looking forward to this. But I'm gonna go over a few things super quick, and then we'll jump into an endless run. So as you expect, there's going to be there's the main missions now, which is going to be egg hunt. Some people were kind of speculating if endless mode was going to be part of the main mission, which you can earn mission nodes for. So it's not. It's confirmed right now, so it's only going to be egg hunt. Egg hunt's going to move you through the full gates here. Endless mode is kind of its own thing. It looks like maybe there's going to be an endless mode for escort and egg hunt eventually, but for right now I don't believe it's there. Masteries, there's going to be the new masteries for the 11 new weapons. So the new weapons include the Slither Drone, the Caustic Shatter Gun, the Dragonstorm Incinerator, the Proximity Mine, the Kaisong Scissor Ray. Some of these weapons I don't have unlocked yet. Like I think these three I don't have yet. The Spring Loaded Ripper, the Toxic Sludge Spreader, the Chimera Frag Cannon, Twin Coil Arc, Voltic Field Generator, and then the Carrier Drone, straight out of StarCraft. So I don't have these four unlocked. I have the rest of them unlocked. I've been kind of trying to work my way through getting the guy a little bit stronger, and I'll eventually start doing the masteries. But for right now, we're just going to jump into Endless, and we're just going to see what we can do. I don't have, like I said, I don't have any of the masteries complete yet with these. So I'm not going to have the bio mastery, I'm not going to have the class mastery, and I'm not going to have the weapon mastery. So we might be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but who knows. So let's jump into the new map too. And the new map could also be, I've only done I've done 2 floors of this. I quit, and then I just kind of started trying to level up my character so I could work on getting new weapons and stuff. But we have 2 subclasses unlocked right now. So the first one is going to be the Contractor. This one is going to, if you haven't seen this class, we also, it doesn't show right here. I kind of wish it did, but we drive around in a mini bulldozer. It's a very interesting class, much different than the other ones. It moves a lot differently, which you'll kind of see. It plays like a tank. It's tank controls. You have momentum, you have really wide turns, you have a throttle, you have a reverse, you have a brake. You're basically driving a car around, and it takes a lot to get used to. So it's going to be a much harder class to master in this game. But anyways, you're going to start off with way less movement speed, but you're going to be tankier. I guess this is kind of supposed to be a tankier type of class. We're going to start off with 10% armor, 20% pickup radius, and then we're going to get life regen. The other class is going to have kind of the same thing. We're going to get extra armor, less movement speed, pickup radius, but then we also get, this character is going to get access to all electrical weapons and potency. You can see our masteries are going to give us HP too, so we will be a little bit tanky. But let's jump into this. Let's see what we can do. So our first weapon is going to be the Dragonstone Incinerator, which basically, this is probably the one you've seen in most of the trailers. It basically leaves a fire trail behind us. You can see I'm shooting out a beam. It leaves fire on the ground, and it's a beam weapon. It's a beam fire status effect weapon. Similar to the flamethrower. But this one only shoots behind you. This one doesn't rotate. You can't get beams in front of you. You don't get beams in the side of you. It's all behind you, but then it leaves a trail of fire just automatically. So it does seem like a pretty good weapon. You can get extra beams. I have seen that. And then there's also a there's so much. There's also a new a new tag, ground zone. So we'll be able to upgrade the ground zone so the fire we're leaving behind us is kind of in a bigger radius. So there's that to look forward to too. But you can see this character does not like, see, I cannot do really sharp turns here. You have to navigate this. If you want to go back, you can go backwards. It's really different than the other classes, and it's gonna take a lot to get used to. But then you can also kind of see you kind of almost have a mini pickaxe here to start off with. So you can mine a lot of stuff a lot easier in front of you. Okay, well, let's try this one. So this one creates a highly static electrical ground zone. So this one kind of works similar to our Dragonstone incinerator, and the fact that it's gonna leave this trail behind us. Oh no, here's one of the new enemies, the exploders. So you can see how easy it is to get hit by things in this. It's so tough. Okay, so now we can have our beams. Our beams can now mine terrain, which could be okay, but the fact that the beams are behind you honestly makes it not really that great, because you already have a mini pickaxe in front of you. So I guess it works if you're backing up into something, but you know, for the most part, I don't really know if it's that good. We'll just go with lifetime and range. See what we can do with that. And again, I honestly don't know how far we'll make it. I don't even know if we'll be able to make it to the actual endless stage of this game. We'll have to see. All right, let's keep going. Reload. I honestly really haven't done a lot of Hazard 5 runs with this character either. I've mostly been doing the lower hazard stuff because I've just been trying to unlock some of the mission nodes. Okay, so let's see. So for our Voltic field generator, we can do extra lifetime and then ground zone lifetime. Okay, so I guess that assumes that I'll be dropping electricity longer, and then the electricity will stay on the ground longer, or we could go straight up damage. Let's go with the bigger tank. Okay, let's back up into this. Okay, we could do a fire bell. I think we're gonna re-roll. Okay, I guess we're doing see, this is gonna be the hooly bait. Right now feels like an impossible task. All right, we'll do gold tip bullets. Right now I have all my weapons are basically behind me. You know, I don't have anything that can shoot out. Okay, so next choice we have we have these proximity mines. Sticks to the ground and explodes shortly after an enemy enters its trigger area. Sure, we'll try it. I don't really have access to a lot of weapons right now with this character, so we're not really looking to do specific builds or anything yet. We're just gonna pick the new weapons. But now all three of my weapons right now are basically shoot behind me. I have nothing that's shooting in front of me, nothing that's shooting to the side of me. So basically it's just gonna be drive around and just don't get hit, I guess. Okay, we can do status effect damage. See, this is where things are just gonna get really tough here to sort of navigate through the enemies. It's gonna get really difficult. This is where I think having really high HP, you know, getting gear that's gonna have high HP, high armor, I think is gonna be really good for this class. Let's do that one. Okay, let's go with the extra beam. Let's do the luck. Okay, so now we have 2 beams. You can get a bunch of beams too. There's one of the overclocks, one of the unstable overclocks gives you 3 beams at the end. So it's pretty easy to get, you know, a lot of beams in this. Okay, and then last weapon. We could do a frag cannon, which a sturdy moddable cannon packing high caliber rounds, targets closest enemy kinetic. We could do the drone. I kind of wanted to see the caustic shotgun. There we go. Or the caustic scatter gun. So shoots a deadly fan of acid projectiles at short range. Because I do think this one does have some pretty cool overclocks. Oh man, this is okay. A magnet just dropped. Can I get that? We're gonna try. Okay. Let's go legendary reload.
I knew today was gonna be good.
Let's go lifetime. So ground zone radius, again, the new tag. So increases all ground zone radius. Let's do pickup range. Let's do damage. It's like you gotta get on there just right too. Well, there it is. Our first floor officially complete with the new class. Okay, let's buy this. The game, you might be able to hear it. I don't know how well you can hear it, but the game does sort of have an audio glitch right now. The electric field, the sound stays with you for a while, which is a little annoying, especially when you're in the shop. You're just gonna kind of hear this staticky noise. Hopefully they can kind of get that resolved. You don't really notice the static as much when you're playing the game, but when you're in the shop, it stays there. Okay, let's do mining speed. So I'm hoping that we can make it past floor 10, just so we can kind of experience what floor 11 is going to look like now. There's no, as you can see too, there is no score to this anymore. Your score is now how long you survive for, or how many floors you make it. And if you didn't notice too, I should have showed this, but there's kind of a little scoreboard when you pick endless mode too. It shows you the classes and how long you survived for. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So you can kind of get an idea of which class you've done the best with. And it does look like you can do, some people were asking too, it does look like you can do endless mode on lower difficulty levels, on lower hazard levels. So I think you can do it, I think it's starting at hazard level 3, you can start doing endless modes. Obviously this class will do very well with scanners, because they're kind of, like I said, they start off with sort of a pickaxe here. Speaking of which, we'll go with the gold scanner. I'm probably gonna try to stack a lot of HP here, just for survivability sake. So we've kind of had this discussion too about, you know, some items and some weapons might become really strong in endless mode. You know, because right as I'm thinking right now, the red sugar cubes, those could be very powerful. Those could be very powerful now if you're playing, you know, I don't know how long we're gonna make it. This is literally my first time really doing an endless run. I don't know if we're gonna make it 20 floors, 30 floors. I don't know what a good run is gonna look like in this game. But if you're running 30 floors now and you have red sugar cubes that are giving you HP every time you get red sugar, you could stack up a ton of HP. And that might be super beneficial. Let's go to damage there. Damage. Okay, so let's see. This one on reload, we release a large electrical ground zone. I don't know if that's good for us though, because we literally just took a bunch of lifetime. So that means no, I guess that does, no, I guess that would affect the reload. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's do the damage, because we're going to be shooting out the electric field more often now. The scatter gun here does have some pretty cool upgrades. So you can see that we're shooting out, you know, sort of just, it's a shotgun. But we can, you'll kind of see, because I guess I won't spoil it. We'll kind of see. You can turn this weapon into a very cool weapon though. I will say that one of the upgrades is a thick boy. So we can now do triple thick boy builds with the M1000, the boomstick, and now this one. But this one does have another overclock, which is pretty unique. All right, let's do this and max this out. So now here we go. We can have 3 beams, or we can have 1 beam, but they're stronger. You know, we get the extra range, we get the extra damage and potency. This one we get 3 extra beams, but we lose damage and potency. There is a pretty cool overclock with this one that we didn't see, but this weapon does have an overclock where you get 10% movement speed per beam. So if you have 5 beams, you're going to get 50% extra movement speed. So that's a good one to kind of pick this one with. With this one, I'm not really sure. We found before, if you have too much range on these beams, sometimes it's actually detrimental, because this weapon does leave a fire trail behind us. If you have insanely large range, that fire trail does not start until the weapon's range ends. So if it's too long, you're not going to be doing damage to the enemies right behind you. So I'm actually not really sure how much I want to do that, because I do like having this, you know, this big field behind us. But with that said, the fire beam does do a pretty decent amount of damage if you're able to hit them with it. You know, if they're just sitting right there behind you, it is pretty powerful. But I like the idea of having 5 beams. You know, just put more fire on the ground. Oh, well, that actually, we kind of wrecked those guys. And then we can kind of just drive through the enemies. These little guys, you can definitely sort of move through. At least a couple times. Okay, so there we go, 2 floors. Let's do potency, damage, mining.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
I'm gonna kind of obviously try to level up everything just so we can see what these weapons look like. Ooh, we're gonna mark both of those. Then let's just go.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Whoa!
I do kind of wish that instead of, because there's a ton of new weapons, you know, 11 new weapons in this game. I do kind of wish that they would have switched up some of the weapons, you know, if they would have put some of the new weapons on some of the other dwarves, just so if you wanted to experience the new weapons, you didn't always kind of have to play this class. You know, you will get access to the other ones on the other dwarves, though. You know, the ones that get access to fire weapons, well, they'll get access to this incinerator. The engineer will get access, or at least the maintenance worker will get access to the 2 new drones. So things like that. But I do kind of wish they would have been like, okay, let's switch some of these weapons. Let's put the Sabata on this guy, and then let's switch over one of the drones to this guy. You know, I wish they kind of would have done a little bit of that, but they didn't really. Ooh, we didn't get to any of the new upgrades here. Let's go range and damage. There is a, well, I guess it's not a new one, but since we didn't see it, this character, we might still see it. But this weapon gets access to akimbo. But the akimbo, sometimes geez, see, like I'm going like out of control here because we're moving way too fast on this ice. Man, this is tough. I'm already losing control of my character. Okay, we're gonna have to go back for that.
to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Part of the problem is too is, you know, all my damage, the majority of my damage comes from behind me with our current build right now. Other than our caustic shotgun or scatter gun. I'm gonna at least try to get it to drop. Okay, there we go. You know, I'm not really against the BLT in this run either. I'm not really against that right now. The life regen, extra health, or that just the crit. I think we'll go with that. I just feel that I have to make my character tanky because it just seems like you're gonna get hits. Okay, so damage and reload or explosion radius. Let's do explosion radius.
Well done, you got them all.
I can use this.
So I kind of want to make sure that these guys are staying in my fire trail.
Sorry, little bud. Your own fault for being that was
My fire and electric trail and hitting all my mines. Where's the other one at? He wasn't taking this, the tank guy's not taking nearly as much damage as that other bug was. Oh, I was about to say, what do we don't have anything that slows them. I guess the exploders are slowing these guys. Let's do luck. I gotta get out of here.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
Oh, am I gonna really be able to get this?
You ugly son of a bitch.
Okay, let's do the reload.
This is a rare treat.
Okay, so now we get ground zone. So this is the level 18 overclock. We can either get ground zone radius and ground zone damage, or we can just do more crit chance more. Let's go with the ground zone radius and damage.
Here, have a bullet in the fight.
Okay, it's probably best to kind of just get out of here.
Pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Legend. I use
One for the books. Next stage coming up.
Suck on this, you freak of nature. Legendary upgrade. How can I not gonna roll the dice on this one? I rarely go for this one. Let me try again.
Okay, and we'll do one
Nothing
reroll.
for me here. Let's try again.
It's probably, I mean, in endless mode, it's probably going to be pretty beneficial to have a little bit of everything.
Miner.
It's quiet.
And so, as I was saying, you know, the plans for this game are, for right now, I'm going to work on trying to grind through and unlock everything. I need to get this class to somewhere like mid-20s to unlock all the weapons. So I need to work my way through that. And then I'll need to work through the masteries. And kind of in the meantime, we'll be sort of experimenting with some of these runs in endless mode, but you know, we're not going to get the true power of what we're looking at until I'm able to complete all the masteries. I'm able to unlock all the weapons. So for, you know, maybe the first week or so, it'll kind of just be, we're just kind of experimenting and trying things out. And then once we understand stuff, we'll start playing, we'll go back to like playing the other classes and going back to some of our other builds, you know, doing an M1000 crit build. That's probably going to be pretty powerful in these types of runs. So, oops, I see, even when I'm doing normal shop stuff, my brain is messed up because of the controls here. It seriously does it messes with my mind. It's very odd. It's very odd how what this character does to my like thought process.
Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Ooh.
Think you can kill me?
Oh man. See, it's tough. It's tough.
Eat that!
Oh yeah, yeah. Run through all my fire, please.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Hello. It's all right. Look, the water is stiff.
See, you just, man, it's just, if you get stuck in those situations, it's so easy to make a simple mistake with this character and then it costs you your life. Because it's not super easy to just be like, all right, not gonna go this direction anymore. It's so easy. It's so easy to get yourself caught in bad situations.
It's a no-brainer.
And then just like that, you could be having a great run and then boom, you're dead. Because you accidentally ran into a couple exploders that you couldn't quite get away from in time. You know, I have a feeling that's going to happen with a lot of my runs with this character. I can just see myself having a good run and then I just kind of make one simple mistake and I just take 500 damage and I die. Which, you know, that's really, really hard to do with the other classes because usually I'm not getting stuck in bad situations like that, and if I do, you know, I maybe only take a couple hits and I'm able to sort of find an escape. With this character, it doesn't seem like that's really a thing.
I've been dreaming of something like this. That's all you got, you slippery shit.
Like even right now, it's just like, okay, how do I get in here? All right, let's do that HP. We'll buy all this.
I'm feeling lucky. I can use this. This one looks back nothing for me here.
They kind of mentioned too that the runs would be that the first few floors or the first 10 floors or so would feel a bit more condensed. They don't really. I don't know. I guess I would have to play on one of the maps I'm familiar with to see how they feel. Even backing up, like, oh my gosh, it goes way too fast. Like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. This is very hard to control. It's like I just want to stop. You know, I don't want to go. I don't want to fly back. I'll be honest, I don't even know if we're gonna make it 10. I don't even know if we're gonna make it 10 floors with this character right now. I even kind of made sure to put on tanky-ish gear with this character too, so I have pretty similar stuff on to what I normally run, but I do have a little bit more HP. Oh, we didn't get the akimbo. Oh, I really wanted to show that. I really wanted to show that because there's an overclock that this character has that pairs really well with it. I'm super bummed we didn't get that. All right, we'll I guess that's another video. You know, we'll eventually sort of show off every weapon here. In it, like, we'll showcase every weapon. You know, we'll do a nice. Maybe we'll even go back to the 10-stage dives. This would be interesting with the jet boots. Let's re-roll this. Okay, I'm gonna go. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the scanner though. See, I guess this is a little bit different because one, we're only hatching 3 eggs. Or I guess we're only hatching 2 eggs, huh? 2 eggs in the boss, whereas before we would hatch 5 eggs. This character is going to be very, very good with scanners, though. I guess they're, you know, that's one of the pros of this character. They're gonna have kind of a built-in pickaxe.
It's for me. Say hello to my little friend. It's big time. It's gonna frickin' die big time. Alien, go.
It's just so weird. It's just, it's almost like I have to unlearn. You have to learn a whole new playstyle with this character. You know? You just have to, everything that you were used to before, just, you have to, it's almost like you're relearning a whole new game. And that's fine. I'm totally cool with, you know, a super unique character like this being in the game. But I will say, I don't think this is going to be one of my favorite characters. I can already tell you that right now. I enjoy being able to navigate through the enemies, making those tight escapes. That's what I find super enjoyable about this game, and most games like this. So I'm pretty confident this isn't going to be one of my go-to classes,
Kill me. Well, think again.
which is a little bit of a bummer because, you know, they get access to literally every new weapon in the game, which again is why I was kind of hoping that it would have been cool if they retooled the weapons to give some of the older dwarves some of the new weapons in their arsenal as a base weapon, not like, because I know they'll get access to it if they have the tags for it, but it would have been cool if it was a base weapon on some of these. Just a few of them, not like all of them. Just put a few of them on the new ones.
I'm growing stronger. Meet your maker, Trey.
So I'm just kind of like waiting for him to jump to me.
That will teach you. Die, freak. Eat that.
See, and if I want to hit him with my flamethrower, I guess that's where I kind of need the extra range. Because the actual flamethrower does do a lot of damage if it hits him.
Well done, team.
Okay, well, we made it through 5.
Eliminated. Objective drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around. Well done. Stage complete. Powering drill going deeper.
Okay, let's go damage, pick up radius, mining,
I want it.
buy all that. Yeah, so right now I'm at, video length is 33 minutes. This is not,
I rarely
at least maybe because I'm underpowered, I'm not sure.
Nope. Try again.
But this does not appear to be a shorter, more condensed run, but
That's work to be done.
I guess it is. Maybe we're just taking a while to clear through the stages too.
Knew I should have brought you flavor. Yes, please.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
You know, this character, you really have to think about. So, you know, I saw that nitro over there, or whatever that resource was, and I just said no. Like, I don't think I can go get that right now. If it was the normal class, I could have. So again, that's kind of where you have to, I feel like I have to rethink a lot of my decision making here. Ah, shit. See? Oh my goodness. Okay, what are we doing here?
We got too much clutter for the supply pod.
Okay, I guess I can get out this way. And we'll go with another scanner. I am eventually gonna need some damage items. I guess we have two kind of damage items. Pay to win is going to be incredibly powerful in this mode. You know, some of these items that we might not, I mean, we pick pay to win all the time, but pay to win might become sort of the god tier item now. That could become very powerful. Energy bars could become very powerful too, even though, you know, even though we probably will technically get higher levels, as long as you're able to kind of keep building up your health. You know, maybe we can get to, again, I don't know what we're going to be able to do here, but yeah, maybe we can get to level, you know, 160, 170 kind of on a normal run. Once we start getting these sort of powerful runs that can last a while, you know, maybe we'll start seeing those high levels really pretty often. And then, you know, we'll be getting 170 damage multiplier. That's going to be huge. That's why I was kind of thinking, you know, the red sugar, man, I'm going like, it's almost like I instantly kind of go to super fast speed sometimes when I'm on the ice. All right, let's do this. So now we can do acid and electric mines, or we could do, let's do acid and electric. Let's turn those into sort of status effect. Okay, damage, reload.
I want another go.
See, so now we'll start getting the acid damage, which we can do.
Bingo! I want another go. I'm growing stronger.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
I'm wondering if fighting monsters and moving dirt is the best way to put it.
Oops, see, like, I hate how fast sometimes it goes. I don't know why it does that. I'm barely pushing it. Okay, let's do the potency. Let's go with more luck. Oh shit. See, that's all it takes, you know. I accidentally turned when I was backing up, so I did like a little bit of a drift right into the enemy. Good luck out there, guys. Good luck out there, miners, dealing with this class sometimes. It is gonna take a lot. It's a learning curve. As I mentioned, you know, you're kind of learning, it feels like you're learning a whole new game here. Oh no, see, shit. See, I wanted to just kind of back up right there, but I ended up backing up and turning, and that ended up hurting me a little bit more. Go fire rate. This is why I picked some of the tanky items. You know, this is why I picked the BLT, so I could get that extra life regen. Too bad life regen's not an actual stat in the game. That would be, I would be picking that a lot in some of these runs. All right, probably take luck.
I'm gonna do something epic with this. Whoop! Nearly lost me footing. You ugly son of a...
Oh, come on. See, that was way too fast. I did not expect to go that fast. I literally just tapped the button. Like, I could have had it too. I was in there. All right, again, that's the learning curve. That sucks because I almost had it. Ah, no. Fire bell? I don't think so. See, I'm very afraid to take the energy bar right now. I'm very afraid to take this. I don't want to, because I don't want to sacrifice all that HP. I'm super afraid what that's gonna do to me. Because I think we're doing oak. Yeah, I did not mean to pick that. I meant to go one over. All right. Oh well. Okay. Oh boy. I'm making a lot of mistakes here. I meant to go one over. I meant to re-roll that. Because I am scared with the amount of HP I have and how many hits I take. The damage will be nice though, and like I said, this will be one of those items that should scale pretty well into Endless. Alright, where's the boss at? Why is he so far behind us? Look at all that damage it does though. Yeah, but now we need to get out. Okay, we didn't get a crate though. So I'm just gonna bail. Honestly, I just want to make it. I just want to make it to the end. Just so we can witness for the first time ever floor 11, you know? That's where I want to get to.
This one makes me want to be a better dwarf. I'm gonna more options.
Yeah, I would love to keep getting more HP. Okay, see, so this is where I was really hoping to see the akimbo. So basically what the akimbo does, you shoot out bullets in the opposite direction, but this one has this upgrade here called tri-shells. So you shoot 3 times as many bullets. So that means if you took the akimbo upgrade, you're basically shooting bullets in a 360 radius around you all the time. So it's kind of like the Stormy mag, but it's every bullet. Every bullet is literally shooting out in a 360 radius around you. We're not gonna quite get that because I don't have akimbo, which is what I was hoping to see. But I also don't think I want to do thick boy because I think with all of these current weapons we have, I think having the tri-shell is better. So we'll go with that.
Nope. Try again. It's a little extra special.
But it's really cool. It's a really cool weapon. Let's mark all those. That's why I was hoping we would get the akimbo, because in one of my kind of just messing around with the game, doing some of the mastery stuff, so I was able to get that, and it was like, oh, that's pretty sick. So you can see right now we have maybe like a 180. So yeah, so imagine if we had the akimbo, we'd be shooting in a pretty much a full 360 arc around us. And then let's kind of see what the mines can do. I don't know if I've gotten the mines to 18 yet. Man, the speed on this ice sometimes is crazy. It's just, I don't know, I'm not expecting the huge burst of speed sometimes when I hit the gas. Okay, this is gonna be pretty tough to get right now. Yeah.
Load up. Well done, you got them all.
Just what I thought. So you like us?
Headed your way, miner.
Coupon, maybe. Yeah, sure. Again, the coupon will probably be, coupon's a really good item to probably get here too for these 10 stage dives. XP gain. Obviously, XP gain will be really good. And I love the idea of doing this. Trying to get this for like a screenshot. It's gonna get me killed though. We definitely don't lack power. This appears to be... I don't know exactly what is doing the most damage. I'm kind of assuming it's my dragon stone incinerator. See, I didn't... No, I know I didn't mean to go that fast. See right there, I did it again.
The drop pod is arriving.
I'm not meaning to go that fast. It's, I don't know, it's super sensitive, the controls, kind of. Or maybe it's just because I'm on the ice. Okay, plus 2 damage for each active mine, or the favorite. I'm curious what this means. Did we get extra mines on this? Ooh, we didn't get extra mines on this at all. I wonder if there's an extra mine upgrade to this too, like extra beams. I'm curious what that means. Because it's kind of worded differently. 2% damage for each active mine. So I'm assuming that the mines do extra damage, not myself.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again.
I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on that.
That's it. Stage completed.
Yeah, so it's probably the mines. So you can, I guess technically you can have a ton of mines active at a time too. You know, if they're not hitting your mines and they're staying out on the battlefield, you know, if you have 15, 20 mines out at one time,
I'm gonna do something epic with this.
it's definitely a possibility.
I can't get enough of it. What else? It's a little extra special.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Oh, no, see now no, okay, that's because of gold tip bullets, okay. I was trying to see where the damage came from. So that's gold tip bullets.
I made the right choice. This is coming through.
Yeah, okay. So it is going to be each mine. Each mine is going to... Does this say how many mines we're dropping at a time? Damage, explosion radius, reload. I'm surprised it doesn't tell us how many mines we're dropping. Yeah, I don't see anywhere that says how many mines we drop.
Really much better.
Okay, well, luckily, even though we have energy bars, I still have 800 health because I've been picking it a lot. Because like I said, I just feel that when you play this class, I do think that you should probably get a lot of health either way. Man, see again, that was me not doing what I thought I was gonna do.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
You're cute. I'm raring to try this out. Come and get me, you big fucking.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
Yeah, I need to come get this right away while there's not a lot of enemies here.
Nearly lost me footing.
Yeah, I'm not like a fan of the, the forward and back controls. Okay, let's do the chemist kit.
Rarely go for this one.
Does it only happen when I do that on the ice?
The swarm is on your way. Load up.
That's all you got, you slippery shit.
Oh, we're not getting that.
The time is up free.
Luckily, I have what appears to be a really good pickup radius.
Legendary upgrade. This one's for
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time.
hello to my little friend.
Not a lot of luck, only 151 luck. What I do like about this build, though, is that we do so much damage behind us that see, just accidentally drive right into that hole. We do so much damage behind us that I don't really need to worry about getting close to the enemies. It kind of seems that if you try to do a close range build with this character, you're probably not playing this character to their strengths. You know, I think this character is going to be best played, you know, with this electric field, with these mines. Like, they appear to do a ton of damage.
I already feel stronger. Epic upgrade, that's a no-brainer. It's all right. Look, water is stiff.
Stage well done. Onwards.
Okay, well, we're on to floor 10.
I rarely pick one of these. Power of my kin court. Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
See, normally I wouldn't be buying XP gain there.
I've been dreaming of gonna roll the dice on this one. I'm gonna do something epic with this. Gotta have it. I want another go.
Ooh, dang it. Let's mark those.
You have your objectives. Get it done.
Okay, the goal here is going to be survival. I'm going to play to survive and actually win. If that means I have to sacrifice not getting a resources, not getting a quest completion, that's fine. The goal here is to win so we can see our first ever floor 11. We definitely have the power. It looks like they might have changed how the supply drop comes too. It's been coming a lot earlier. Usually in this stage it's kind of in the middle. I wonder if they're purposely putting it in the beginning now. If so, I think that's a good move. Because there's been so many runs where we didn't get to get the last drop because we actually ended up popping the eggs too quickly. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't have to get that. Okay, wow, do we seriously have 14? We have 14 different stacks? I guess so. We have, holy cow. You know, because now there's ground zone. Oh my, see, look, because this one added acid electric. Okay, this one has a lot of tags. Throwable, explosive, kinetic, area, construct, acid, electric, ground zone. That's a ton of tags. Okay, that's a lot of reload. I think that's the most tags I've ever seen. Okay, this is a tough decision. Probably armor. Yeah, I think we go armor. Okay, we just want to survive and win. Let's go near the boss egg, so when he hatches, we'll be there. Unfortunately, there's no... I'm kind of surprised there's no new bosses, too. Feels like that's sort of a missed opportunity. Okay, so, man, see those mines? Those mines do a lot of burst damage, too. So you can see we're doing decent, but this isn't, you know, with some of these runs, we've been killing this guy in a second. You know, we did kill him. Okay, let's get out of here. This is it. This is it, guys. This is officially our first ever 11 stage. This is it. This is it. You are witnessing history on Ori's channel. Our first ever floor 11. Let's go.
Legendary upgrade. How can I not?
And we're already at 56 minutes. So the time is about the same. This didn't go any quicker. We'll kind of find out once we start running more of the OP builds if that's if that changes. Okay, so floor 11. So there's definitely no modifiers. I wasn't sure if they were going to add modifiers or not. You know, enemies have 10% health, things like that, if we were going to see things like that. Because they did say the difficulty is going to ramp up more, and so I wasn't quite sure what that intended.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
I mean, I guess we can't be too upset here. I did just clear Hazard 5. 10 stages, although again, it's probably a little bit modified, so it's not quite like a biome mastery. But you know, we did make it through without having full masteries on anything here, without really having a cohesive build. I tried to kind of get, I guess, sort of like a somewhat status effect build with weapons that shoot behind us, so I guess it's a little cohesive. Now I'm curious how far we'll make it. Wow, we killed those guys quick.
The upgrade I was looking for.
Get to the drop pod before it heads back.
That floor went really quickly. I didn't even do the quest. I didn't get my drop. Wow.
Now this is a rare treat.
Okay, we're gonna get our drop and then go. I'm not gonna worry about the quest. There we go, pay to win.
Time is ticking, miner.
Okay, floor it.
Stage completed. Well done. Going deeper.
How floor seemed to go incredibly fast.
I can't get enough of this rare. Let's shake it up.
Movement speed's gonna be dangerous in this too, because I have a lot of items that scale really well with movement speed.
Now this is a rare.
And we saw what happens when you have too much movement speed, you kind of automatically lose.
A challenge.
Even with this class, having more movement speed seems like a negative. Having a lot of movement speed with this guy seems almost very dangerous, because it's already kind of hard enough to control the vehicle.
You don't see these every day. Feel much better now. Eliminated. Go to hell.
Supply pod LZ is blocked. Please clear it out.
Back to hell. Back to hell. Epic upgrade.
And to
That's a
fight for your life.
no-brainer.
Big swarm is approaching.
You're cute.
There we go.
Bring it, fuckers!
It's like, okay,
Go for this.
we're playing endless. It looks like we might survive, you know, knock on wood, we might be able to survive quite a few more floors here.
This'll do. Blast it. A friggin' skating rink. I killed
Okay, come on, we can complete the quest this time, right? Shit. Ah! Oh gosh, I'm gonna hate this class. I'm gonna be honest. I am gonna hate this class. I don't know how I'm gonna play this class. Man, we're kind of wrecking right now, huh?
It's all right. Look, the water is stiff. This one makes me want to be a better
Next
floor.
stage coming up.
So there we go. 12 floors complete.
Tough choice. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. I can't get enough of this rare stuff. Let's shake it up. Ooh-wee, not too shabby. Surely next time will be better. Dibbity dibs. Let's shake it up.
Our damage, potency.
Impressive effort so far, Miner.
And this is, I guess this map in particular doesn't really feel that hard compared to, oh, I was gonna say, is that like a new enemy type? I was gonna say the map doesn't really feel too hard. Okay, these guys are modified. Milestones disabled. Aliens grow stronger with each stage. Aliens become progressively faster. Aliens develop resistance to freeze, knockback, and oh, interesting. Okay, that changes a lot. That changes a lot about what I thought about what would be the OP weapons. I don't know if I talked about it on this video because I've already kind of forgot about what we talked about, but I did talk about how I thought cryo cannon might become one of the OP weapons, and then along with oh, wow, that happened fast. That happened. I got caught in a couple exploders there. That was a very sudden end. They were doing 200 something damage a hit, and I think I got hit by like 3 of them right there. Wow, that came fast. But look at this, we unlocked a bunch of new weapons. So what level did we get up to? So what was, okay, let's look at what the best weapon. Ooh, okay, so how did we see what these mutators were? I wish I could see what these were. Endless pep talk. Yeah, let me see what these mutators were, because I honestly didn't really pay attention to the mutator stuff. Okay, but let's look at what we did here. Electric damage, wow, that was our best weapon. This weapon right here, the voltic field generator, wow. See, like, oh man, when I click on this, we lose the static. 369 million damage. That was, no, I guess some of the electric came from this weapon too, but not a lot. I would have bet the majority came from this, because look at that, 7 million stacks, 417 million damage. This appears to be that it's going to be an early front runner for strongest weapon. Acid did 125 million. That's pretty solid. Fire, this was our only fire weapon, right? 203 million. And then this did a mix of acid, electric, and kinetic. So they actually all kind of did pretty good. This one didn't appear to do. This one probably was the weakest weapon, unfortunately. But I also wish we would have gotten the akimbo, because I think that would have made it very cool. If we could have got the shoots 3 times as many bullets on top of having akimbo, that would have been pretty sweet. In terms of items here, I think we did pretty good. We got pretty good damage items. We got a bunch of scanners. We got some survivability stuff. But yeah, there we go. I mean, let's go back to the main menu and we'll just kind of finish our thoughts there, so we don't hear all that static. But yeah, I like it. I really like the endless mode. I will say though that I don't think I'm gonna be a big fan of the Demolisher, and that's unfortunate because it's a new class. It's exciting, but I just don't really necessarily like the gameplay and control of it. I don't know. It was very, I feel like I'm gonna die because of the controls. I feel like that's why I'm gonna die, and that's gonna kind of suck. Whereas with the other dwarves, if I died, you know, it was I felt like it was more my fault. I feel like I'm gonna die this time because it's the controls are very hard to get used to and very hard to navigate through the enemies playing as sort of a tank control. And maybe it'll be different on the other maps because, you know, I was getting a lot of really heavy speed boost there, which I wasn't intending on doing. So, you know, that could be part of that. Oh, look at this. Is this a new thing? Complete mastery challenges to collect mastery points. So if I complete more of those, I get more pickup radius. So more pickup radius? I didn't even realize that was a thing. I guess they did talk about that. That's kind of cool. So let's check out the milestones real quick. So there's 2 more weapons to unlock. No new artifacts. Okay, we unlocked all the classes. Quite a bit of masteries we have to move through here. And then gear, I'm kind of working my way towards this now. But yeah, there we go. That's the new DLC. Endless mode seems like it's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to sort of try this out with some of our stronger, more OP builds. You know, we'll run the normal dwarves, the OG dwarves with some of the strong builds and see what we can do with that, but I'm really looking forward to it. But that is going to be it for now. If you are watching this today, keep an eye out for my live streams. We're going to be live streaming this game for a couple days in a row, running through a bunch of the stuff. But for now, that is it. Endless mode is finally here. We can rejoice. It's been years in the making, and it's finally here. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.